over here was the kitchen. And the stairs ran right up this direction, and you entered on this side for the house side, because this was the back of the house. Because the front of the house, the only way you could get here was in Barnett Creek back in the day. So this is what the house looked like. But then in 1920, the brother and the sister got together, Will and Ima, and decided to renovate it. So this is when they took the front porch off. You can see this is all gone, and the side porches are gone. And they've made it more stately, like a country home. And then this is the finished product in the 1920s. But a lot of people, when I start to say, well, this has been removed, that's been relocated, they don't understand what I'm talking about. So that's why I like to stop and show people this, because then you'll understand what I'm talking about. Like free of charge.
So what time would that be?
That'd be towards the end of October. And all you do is stop in the visitor center, say, I'm here to pick up the pawns. It won't cost you anything, you can just come in and start picking up the pawns. Big ones? There's all different kinds. He actually grafted types of trees together and made different types of pecans.
I'm going to shoot here. I'll put up here. Put that up here for you.
Yeah, let's see. If you can walk without this at all, can you use my stick and walk up and
Not in here, no ma'am.
You wouldn't mind if I saw cans with it?
Oh yeah, I think they might. Then you have this voice on the top, which is William in the middle. Tom is going to be the one on his right, and Mike is the one on his left. If you walk into this room to your left here, with the Mexican government, only Martin Garner.
Yeah,
I thought he was down here today because he has an on his feet called He Told Us a History. But you added to it with your stuff about Santa Ana.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, and there's a lot of famous people that was here. You know, we've had Sam Houston here, Stephen F. Austin, of course, and you know, a lot of well-to-do Texas people in the Senate. Such large groups. The wardrobe.
I see it.
I don't know how many people we had walking around upstairs. I'm not.
One of his Simon's collection.
And a niece and bag. Peeps.
house gets down.
Now, when we get to here, make sure you hold on to the outside and stay to the outside. Go to the widest spot. There you go. There you go. And just come on in. I want to talk.
That's a big one. We got a big one.
We're going to the top of the stair, up here on the wall. It's squared off, and that is the color of the brick that was whitewashed. But it was an orange brick, and then they whitewashed the outside of it. And so that's what the walls are made of. It's just a thin layer across these bricks, this gray paint and such. And so this is what the entire house is made of. That goes up to the upstairs, which is the attic, and it goes all the way across. And that's where all the heating and ductwork is up there. Yeah. I want to come over to this room here for a moment, and then we'll talk about the oil.
It's like little beds.
Well, people back then, ma'am, were, the biggest man was about 5'8". 5'9" is tall for back then. Their shoe sizes range from 6 to 8 for men, and women's shoe sizes was 3 to 6. And their height was only between 4'10" and about 5'1". So they're very small in stature back then.
It's like little beds.
Well, people back then, ma'am, were, the biggest man was about 5'8". 5'9" is tall for back then. Their shoe sizes range from 6 to 8 for men, and women's shoe sizes was 3 to 6. And their height was only between 4'10" and about 5'1". So they're very small in stature back then. And go to that door straight.
This is what they call a breezeway, I think. This is the breezeway.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I'm sure. No, I've never been, but I would be when we go to. Right. Now, it's going to be tight in here, so the ladies with the walkers, I want you to come in first, so I can get you just off of the red carpet, and then everybody else needs to stand on the red carpet. The rest of you, please stay on the carpet, red carpet. Yes. Okay. This is called the Hogg dining room. This was completed in 1920. This used to be half of this room, and it was this size right here, and this was the Patton's prep room for dinner. They would cook in a little bitty shack, come across the wood or the openness here, and come in here and prepare the meal, put it on platters, and take it across. That breezeway was not there; it was all open, and they would take it into the large door into the Patton dining room.
Is this it? I guess so.
This reminds me of the Fulton Mansion. Some of the stuff.
Come on in, you go that direction on around.
I was raised on a ranch in Wyoming.
There you go. Kind of familiar, huh?
This is the kitchen.
This is the kitchen.
The block ice pick that in the 20s they were bringing ice out here on a daily basis from West Columbia for the refrigerator for Miss Iman. And the hacksaw was there to cut up meats and deer and hogs and that kind of thing. And that big long table, it was not a slave table. This is actually from his hunting lodge. Yeah, it could set a lot of people. Sure can.
Just one little item over here on this table that's got a little handle.
Yeah, that is the first meat tenderizer. You put your meat in that and roll it. And it also too, some of them. Okay, when we go across the creek here, the first thing you're going to see to your right after we cross is the old sugar mill ruins. You'll see the molting pots I showed you upstairs. And this is where the two-story sugar mill used to stand for the Patton era. You can see that Barnum Creek is quite small now, but it used to be quite large. Yeah, there was gators out here. Now, if you look over here to your right, you'll see the 3 molting pots there for the sugar, and you'll see that they're different sizes. When it would get down here at the right, just keep going straight and around. And you see the bricks piled up there. This is where all the sugar mill and all the sugar was made, and it was a 2-story structure back in the 1900s. This here is what we have a picnic area now. And you'll see Miss Ima's number 4 oil well. This was the last well that was pumping oil out in 1950. Now you can see the distance from the house. Over there, it's across the creek. Back here in the corner is the slave ruins. This is the slave quarter ruins. This is where the slaves would have to come from to work in the fields, and they would, if they had to go to the house, they'd have to walk from back here. Not everything has been found. There's still archaeological digs going on, but you see right there where they found one of the brick houses, and that was the size of each one, and there was about 15 in a row and 4 columns long. Over there's the chicken coop from 1920. They did keep the chickens in there, and now we use it as storage. This here is a ranger's cottage. We rent that as a bed and breakfast now. It sleeps 8 people. So if you like to have a family reunion or wedding or something out here, that house is available for renting. It's a 1920 as well, but it's very modern on the inside. Do y'all want to see the collection of antiques in the back? We would have to walk. The bus can't get back there. So those of you that can walk, we can walk there. They can park.